Hello, everybody. I believe we are now live. My name is Jonathan Worsley, Chairman and founder of Bench Events. Welcome to Hospitality Tomorrow. I have to admit, I don't think I've ever been so nervous using this technology, but I can see that over 5,000 of you are online or have registered for this event. We're close to 2,000 in the room at the moment. So working it is. This is new for us. This is new for you. So together, let's see if we can begin to shape the future of hospitality tomorrow. And a huge thank you to each of you and every one of you for joining us today. We cannot deny that we are living in times beyond fiction, beyond all planning. We are in a global, large global area of unknown altogether. And while we cannot yet see when and how we will get through this time, we know we can and we must. It's too early to start talking specifics about recovery, but it is never too early to connect and start talking so we can be ready when we can see those first signs of hope, of opportunity to rebuild, to re-engineer, and to recover. We are one industry, one community, and we have one tomorrow. So let's start the discussion. Let's build the relationships and actionable ways to support one another for a stronger response tomorrow. Bench Events has been bringing industry events together for the last 24 years in hotels, restaurants, and aviation. I don't think there's ever been a more important time to bring the industry together. And this is our thank you to you, our sponsors, who have supported us over the years. And many of them have taken exhibition booths today. Two weeks ago, my amazing colleagues, Matt, Sally, Ali, and Jennifer, decided to pivot to a virtual conference. We usually spend a year working on an event, and this has taken us 2 weeks. But all of our speakers have jumped on board, and I am in awe of the response of leaders across the globe who have stepped up to be part of this first ever virtual global conference to the hospitality industry. My friend and industry mentor, Anita Mendiratta, advisor to the Secretary General of the UNWTO, has been a hero, bringing her contacts, her enthusiasm, and her inspiration to this event. Also, thank you to Wolfgang Newman for introducing me to Dr. Paul Stoltz, who is speaking shortly on adversity and the application of grit and resilience. So we've got over 5,000 registrations, 57% are C-level and directors, 50% from hospitality, consultants, financiers, real estate, legal advisories. 65% of you have been 12 years in the industry. And a little bit of where you're from: Asia, 12%, 24%, Europe, 35%, Africa, 18%, America and others, 12%. So a truly, truly global audience. Our top countries here include the UK, the UAE, USA, Saudi Arabia, Spain, the Netherlands, and the list goes on. It's interesting to see in the top 4, we've got the UAE and Saudi Arabia. So assalamu alaikum to our Arabic friends. And thank you to all of you who have been welcoming each other this morning on this chat. But please make sure you're known, make sure you connect with everybody you can using our exhibition area and, of course, our networking live, the 3-minute networking live on the system. Now, let me welcome you to my co-host, Anita Mendiratta. Anita has developed an innate ability to feel the heartbeat of societies and countries, an advisor in the areas of national growth, development, and in this case, recovery. She is special advisor to the Secretary General of the UNWTO, strategic partner to the World Bank Group, IATA, ATAG, and the WTTC, lead consultant of CNN International Task Group, and a board member of numerous institutions where they represent strong values. Please welcome my friend, confidant, and enthusiast, Anita Mendiratta.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you for having me here.
That's great, Anita. Now tell me, why have you been such an enthusiastic supporter of this event?
Oh, heavens, there are so many reasons. Firstly, I love working with you. I love working with Bench Events for your vision, for your courage, for your speed, no question. But if we look at this particular incident, I love the fact that you as a colleague and a friend were ready to take the plunge. You and I had a conversation literally 2.5 weeks ago about how do we look at events now going forward? I had just recently done a keynote at a virtual summit, and we started a conversation. But what I love about this particular event and why I'm so excited is that back in January, when COVID-19 started, it was very clear that our world was into a very scary phase. We had never faced a global invisible crisis, and it unlocked a primal fear in people around the world. As it spread from east to west, we saw the damage being done in terms of physical health and economic health, but also mental health, because people are not used to being alone like this, and they're frightened, whether they're leaders, students, whoever they might be. And you and I had this conversation about, well, it's not time to talk about the specifics of recovery, it's time to start talking. We need to have the conversations to bring leaders together so that no one is alone during this time and during the process of rebuilding towards recovery. So I'm deeply excited. I'm honored to work with you on this. For the last 100 days of prayers around the world, we've added prayers to the technology gods that please may the day go smoothly. But we have a fabulous one ahead. And I thank you sincerely, and to you and your team, for making this all happen with the greatest of intent and the biggest of hearts and hopes.
Well, great. Thank you so much, Anita. It's so rewarding to seeing all these messages that we've been getting in the last couple of days for this event. And so thank you for all your participation, for your enthusiasm for this event. And I think it's really important right now to have that confidence, and we're going to get through this together. So I look forward to it, and thank you for your sessions that you're going to be moderating today. Now, I'd like to next bring up Stephen Sackur, who's presenter for HARDtalk, BBC's HARDtalk. Stephen's been a great friend in joining us at the Arabian Hotel Investment Conference for the past 2 years as our MC, and he certainly knocked it out of the park when he was with us for the last 2 years. One of the challenges we've had with Stephen over the last while is that he had a very old laptop. So we managed to get him a new laptop. And I believe he's joining us live. Stephen, there you are. I can see you on the screen. Thank you for joining us. I mean, you've interviewed some of the top industry leaders, the world leaders, economic leaders around the world. So it's really great to have you back with us, Stephen, and moderating our first session.
Jonathan, thank you so much. You shame me on the tech front. I hate to reveal the depth of my technophobia, but here I am. I've made it onto the event. I'm so delighted to join you all on today's sort of groundbreaking hospitality conference. Jonathan and I have known each other for a while. I was flattered that he wanted to get me involved. I'm loving the fact that even as I speak to you guys now, I'm looking at the chat on the event site, and I'm seeing everybody joining in, just connecting from all over the world. I've just seen connections from South Africa, from Cairo, from Salzburg, from Rwanda. It's fantastic. What a wonderful way to bring the industry together. Thanks to Jonathan's invitation, I'm going to have the chance to introduce you to a couple of fantastic speakers over the next couple of hours. That's really why I'm here. But just before I begin, just a few reflections from me. For those of you who don't know me, and I suspect quite a few of you see me on TVs around the world, I present the HARDtalk show on BBC World News. My job is to challenge, to hold to account people in power, including leaders of business. So it's fantastic, as Jonathan said, leaders in the hospitality industry from all of its different sectors with us today. I think there's going to be a lot of content that will be very interesting to you all. But, what an extraordinary, terrible time we are living through. I'm talking to you, of course, from London, where our own Prime Minister is currently in intensive care. And, of course, we all send him our best wishes, because this virus is indiscriminate in the way it is hitting people. It's a public healthcare crisis, but obviously it is also a crisis which challenges the fundamentals of our economy, of our social and cultural lives, and of course, it affects people in your industry, perhaps more than any other, and that's what we'll be exploring today, how we think about the future, what resilience and adversity are really going to mean going forward.